The day Ronaldo Fenômeno bagged a hat trick in a crucial match was nothing short of legendary. It all went down on the 23rd of April, 2003 in a massive clash between Real Madrid and Manchester United in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-finals. United, playing at home under the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson, had a powerhouse squad featuring stars like Ferdinand, Giggs, Van Nistelrooy, and David Beckham. On the other side, Real Madrid, coached by Bosque, was stacked with world-class players, including Roberto Carlos, Figo, Zidane, and of course, Ronaldo Fenômeno. It was a true battle of giants, and the perfect stage for Ronaldo to prove why he was considered the best player in the world. The moment the referee blew the whistle, the game kicked off at full speed. Just 3 minutes in, the first dangerous play happened when Van Nistelrooy received a deep pass down the right and sprinted full speed to reach the ball. With the ball at his feet, United's number 10 pulled off a slick dribble past his marker, stepped into the box, and fired a rocket towards goal. But luckily for Real Madrid, Casillas was alert and palmed the shot away. Around the 9th minute, O'Shea pulled off an unforgettable move, humiliating Figo with a jaw-dropping nutmeg that had the Old Trafford crowd going wild. Up until that moment, Real Madrid was struggling in the game, but then came the turning point. Ronaldo's moment to shine and flip the match on its head. At around the 11th minute, Madrid launched a lightning-fast counterattack with quick, precise passing, ending in a genius play by Michel Salgado, who spotted an opening and played a perfect through ball to Ronaldo. The Brazilian superstar hit the gas, burning past his defender and reaching the ball inside the box. With just the keeper ahead of him, Ronaldo didn't hesitate. He unleashed a thunderous first-time shot straight at goal. The strike was so powerful and accurate that it left United's keeper with no chance as the ball smashed into the back of the net. That opening goal didn't just fire up Real Madrid, it also silenced the Old Trafford crowd, who were left stunned watching their team concede at home. Go, player! Before you keep watching, don't forget to smash that subscribe button on the channel. By the 20th minute, Real Madrid almost doubled their lead when Zidane, in pure maestro fashion, controlled a perfect pass inside the box and set the stage for his teammate. Figo, with a touch of brilliance, took possession and attempted an audacious shot, adding wicked spin to try and chip United's keeper. By the skin of his teeth, the keeper managed to leap and get the faintest touch on the ball, preventing what would have been a masterpiece of a goal. As the game progressed, United tightened their marking on Ronaldo, a clear example being the foul he suffered in the 29th minute. Even though the foul happened far from the box, it still posed a serious threat for United, especially with Roberto Carlos, known for his mind-blowing long-range goals, stepping up for the free kick. When the referee gave the go-ahead, Roberto Carlos unleashed a thunderous shot, but his aim was slightly off and the ball sailed wide. At 35 minutes, it was United's turn to push forward, with Giggs picking up the ball near the box, faking out defenders with a slick dummy, and then unleashing a rocket from outside the area. To the agony of the fans, the ball skimmed past the post and went out, barely missing the equalizer. As the clock hit 42 minutes, United turned up the heat, pulling off a beautiful sequence of crisp, synchronized passes. The play progressed with Solskjaer receiving an early ball down the right, sliding in to send it into the box. Van Nistelrooy, always sharp, was right where he needed to be, intercepting the ball and smashing it into the back of the net. The equalizer sent the packed stadium into a frenzy, reigniting the competitive fire in the game and driving the Manchester United fans wild. Deep into first half stoppage time, United nearly took the lead when Solskjaer drove into the box and fired a powerful strike towards goal. But Real had Casillas, who was alert and managed to parry it away. The rebound, however, landed right at Van Nistelrooy's feet. He quickly swiveled and let off another shot. But once again, Casillas pulled off a brilliant save. As soon as the referee blew for the second half, the game kicked off at an even crazier pace. Just 4 minutes in, Real Madrid won back possession and instantly launched a blistering counterattack, with Zidane driving forward under pressure before laying it off to Figo on the left. Inside the box, Figo showed his technical brilliance, weaving past 2 defenders before attempting a cross, only for it to miss any targets. Determined to strike again, Real Madrid kept up the pressure and quickly orchestrated another attack. This time, Zidane found Roberto Carlos, who wasted no time whipping the ball into the heart of the box. That's when Ronaldo Fenômeno stole the spotlight once again. The Brazilian superstar, using his insane pace and killer instincts, found the perfect position inside the area, receiving the ball completely unmarked. With ice in his veins, he simply slotted it home, bagging his second goal of the match and showing off his lethal finishing ability by making the most of every chance. With this lead and having already won the first leg, Real Madrid had 1 foot in the next round, all thanks to Ronaldo's undeniable brilliance. But their joy didn't last long. United hit back almost immediately with a lightning-fast attack, stringing together a series of quick, precise passes before Veron received the ball on the left side of the box. Without hesitation, Veron fired a low cross into the area, looking for Van Nistelrooy to tap it in. win. But before the ball could reach his teammate, Real Madrid's defender, Helguera, stuck out his leg to block it, only to deflect it straight into his own net. The shocking and dramatic own goal brought United level again, sending their fans into absolute delirium. Meanwhile, Helguera wore an expression of pure frustration after making such a costly mistake in a high-stakes match. And as if things couldn't get any worse, in the 10th minute, United nearly bagged another goal when Solskjaer received a well-timed pass inside the box and instantly fired a powerful, precise shot towards goal. However, Casillas was locked in and perfectly positioned, pulling off an incredible save for Real Madrid. Less than a minute later, United threatened again as Varane picked up the ball inside the box and unleashed a thunderous strike, only for Casillas to step up once more with another brilliant save. Shortly after, Varane showcased his technical skill again, juggling the ball with ease before pulling off a slick sombrero flick over his opponent. But the true hero of the match was Ronaldo, who stepped onto the pitch with one goal in mind, securing a legendary hat trick. By the 58th minute, that ironclad determination became a stunning reality when the Brazilian phenom expertly controlled the ball in attack and charged fearlessly through the middle of the pitch. Even surrounded by multiple defenders, Ronaldo didn't hesitate. He boldly decided to let it rip from long range with an absolute rocket of a shot. The opposing keeper stretched as far as he could in a desperate attempt to stop it, but the sheer power and precision of Ronaldo's strike were unstoppable, beating the keeper's reflexes and smashing into the net with a roar. That spectacular long-range goal was yet another undeniable testament to Ronaldo's peak form, reinforcing his status as the best player in the world, no question about it. After conceding 3 devastating goals, Ferguson made his move in the 62nd minute, calling David Beckham off the bench, hoping his skill could turn the tide. As the clock approached the 66th minute, United launched another dangerous attack. Van Nistelrooy, clearly inspired by Ronaldo, tried to replicate the Brazilian's magic with a powerful strike from outside the box. However, lacking Ronaldo's elite technique, Van Nistelrooy's shot veered slightly off target, grazing the post before going out for a goal kick. Moments later, Real Madrid's coach made a controversial decision, subbing off Ronaldo to preserve him for the next match. As Ronaldo left the pitch, a wave of applause swept through the stadium, with fans from both sides showing their appreciation for his breathtaking performance. With Ronaldo out of the game, Manchester United saw a glimmer of hope for a comeback, and their fortunes started to shift when around the 70th minute, Van Nistelrooy was brought down just outside the box in a dangerous position. The free kick, awarded from a deadly range, posed a serious threat to Real Madrid, especially with David Beckham, a set-piece master, already lining up take it. As the referee gave the signal, Beckham struck the ball to perfection, curling it over the wall, smacking the underside of the crossbar, and watching it crash into the net. The shot was so precise that Casillas was left frozen, merely watching as the ball sailed into the goal. That absolute beauty from Beckham brought United back into the game, but despite the momentary equalizer, they still trailed on aggregate. As the clock hit 83 minutes, desperation set in for Real Madrid as Manchester United regained possession and launched a blistering counterattack. Van Nistelrooy, showcasing his elite technical skills, received the ball at the edge of the attack and pulled off a filthy dribble, leaving a defender sprawled on the ground. Facing Casillas one-on-one, he went for the shot, but Casillas, with lightning-fast reflexes, managed to palm it away. Unfortunately for Real, the rebound landed right at the feet of Yero, who, in a disastrous attempt to clear the danger, ended up misdirecting the ball into his own net. David Beckham, always switched on, reacted instantly and smashed the ball into the back of the net. This second own goal exposed Real Madrid's defensive frailties, a glaring contrast to the brilliance of their attack led by Ronaldo. The goal left Casillas fuming and Yero completely devastated, his face showing the weight of his costly mistake. As the game neared its conclusion, the tension at the Bernabeu hit its peak when Manchester United won a dangerous free kick just outside the box. Converting this chance would have meant sending the match into extra time, given that Real still held the aggregate advantage. David Beckham, famous for delivering in moments like these, stepped up to take it. With the referee's whistle, he struck the ball with pure power, aiming for another moment of heroics. But to the relief of the Real Madrid supporters, Beckham's usually pinpoint accuracy betrayed him, and the ball soared over the cross, flying harmlessly out of play. Moments later, the referee blew the final whistle. Despite losing this match, Real Madrid advanced to the next round with a 6-5 aggregate score, securing their place in the competition. This progression was only possible thanks to Ronaldo's spectacular performance, as he netted all 3 goals for Real Madrid, once again proving why he is one of the greatest footballers of all time. And if you enjoyed watching this masterclass from Ronaldo, you'll be blown away by the day he led Brazil to World Cup glory. Curious? Click on the video on your screen and relive that legendary match.